Welcome back. Let's talk taxes. ABC 17's Zola Crowder spoke with a tax expert about feeling overwhelmed with filing.
Samantha, I first wanted to ask you what you should do if you haven't filed taxes for a few years, and what can you do to get caught up?
Yes, probably the first step is to find a tax professional, that can help you with multiple years. And then secondly, let's say you've lost your records for those years. The best thing to do is to set up an IRS account. Online, actually, you can go in and identify yourself and get a login established and actually get in there and see what has been filed. So I would say setting up an online account with the IRS is usually a good place to start, especially if you don't have your documents. If you have your documents, then I would say just gather them up and get an appointment set and go in and see someone.
All right, good information there. Thank you. I also wanted to ask you what someone should do if they cannot pay. What is the IRS collection process?
Surely. So that is kind of a scary thought that you might owe so much you can't pay it. But in a lot of cases, people actually don't owe what they think they do. There are actually maybe refunds waiting on you. You can actually file any of the years separately. So you can actually go in and file 2021 right now if you've been behind, and then go back and get those other ones filed. But, the IRS will set up a payment plan with you. There is a lot of interest that's accruing. If you could borrow that money from somewhere else and pay the IRS and then pay that other person back, that's probably best just because the interest is so high. But, there's also penalties for not filing. So getting a tax return filed could help to offset some of what you owe. So you just have to sort of, work with the IRS and they'll work with you.
Thanks so much. And what if someone hasn't filed in years but has not received any letters? Can they assume they don't owe anything? What's that process?
So it could be that you do owe something, but maybe you've had an address change, and so the IRS can't get your letters to you. It could mean that you don't owe something, but I would say setting up an online account with the IRS, where you can see your wage and income information. You can also see what has been filed or hasn't been filed. So if you haven't filed in a few years, the IRS may have filed on your behalf. And so, the first place to start with that is to go into the IRS account online. Just go in and get, let's say a 21 tax return filed and get their address updated. And then maybe that might trigger the letters to start coming again. So there's kind of a couple ways to go about it.
All right, thanks for all of that information, Samantha. Remember, folks, the last day to file your taxes is April 18th.